Hello, Ray Brown here, and I want to share with you a coaching conversation I had with one of my clients. And one of the topics we discussed was this idea of checking to see if it's hungry I'm hungry before I reach for food. And it's a very important topic, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Because if you're trying to lose weight and keep it off forever, you will need to change your relationship with foods, how you're eating, or often check to see if it's really hungry. Because most of the time we tend to reach for food even though we're not hungry, especially lunch. And it could be because of many different reasons. It could be because you're bored, you're tired, you're overwhelmed, you're anxious. It's a pattern you do because we trained ourselves for so long over the years to have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks at this time, at a certain time of the day, all day, every day, even though we're not hungry. Especially if you're somebody like me who loves a routine, who loves to have a certain things being done at a certain day at a certain time. And this rhythm sometimes can overshadow our own feeling in that moment to check in if it's feeling if it's hunger or not. Because my client is somebody who have breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks at a certain time pretty much all day, every day. So what I encourage him to do is to, before he reach for food, just check in. Simply ask himself the question, am I really hungry or it's something else? And by the way, this is something I challenge all my clients to do. We must have a time when we don't eat. Challenge yourself. And what he quickly realized is that the feeling wasn't hunger, but rather a desire to eat, because this is an habit that he's been practicing and doing for so many years, non-stop, without ever questioning it. And I believe it's such a profound question. Just to stop before you reach for food, ask yourself the question, because it does a few things. It moves you from the subconscious to the conscious, to the present moment, focusing on how you feel now. Two, it challenges your body to be more resourceful with utilizing its own energy. And this is a principle I also teach in my program, that we must have a period of time where we don't eat fasting. We have to restrict foods for certain periods of time. And the third one is you're questioning your own brain, right? Because this can be a tricky one. Your brain can tell you that, look, this is true, when in fact it's the opposite. It's not actually true. And I remember that I had a conversation with one of my family members recently who was waiting for surgery. And he was told, look, you can't eat anything until we have the surgery. And he waited for something like more than 24 hours without not eating anything. And only to be told that, look, the surgery been put off for another day, and he had to repeat that process again without not eating. And he said that the longer and longer he waited, is the less and less he felt hungry. And that's really because he's breaking that habit of the unconsciousness, eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And secondly, he's challenging his own body to be resourceful with the fuel that he already has on board. So the takeaway is, if before you reach for food, ask yourself, am I hungry? Because we have repeated this behavior so much over many, many years, it becomes unconscious, and it's something we do without not even thinking about it for a minute. So if this is you, if this is something you do, I want to encourage you, always check in before you reach for food. Ask yourself the question, challenge how you feel, just to make sure, am I really hungry, or it's just boredom, it's loneliness, it's tired? And if so, go for a walk, have a conversation, try to do something, try to break that habit too. And if you end up being still hungry, by all means, grab some food. But always check in to make sure, is it really hungry I'm hungry before I reach for food? Because like I said before, if you want to lose weight, if you want to become healthy, you must change your relationship with food. I hope you find value in this video. If you do, please like or share it with somebody who you think it may have been value to. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.